Hi, hello. Welcome back to another tutorial of After Effects. So we were learning about the transform properties. So in the previous video, we have seen how to animate with the position, right? So one more thing is that I'll teach only related to about the transform properties in brief. After that, I'll just teach you some tricks and tips related to the After Effects. Why means everything lies within the transform property animation. If you clearly learn about the transform properties, then with your creativity you can do amazing motion graphics in the After Effects, right? So let's get into it. So now all you need to do is, let me create a new composition with that 1920 by 1080 of 10 second. You can change the frame rate whatever you want. I'll take it 24. That's enough. Okay, you can give the rename for your composition. So click OK. Okay, done. So now what you need to do means, I don't want the black color in the background. If you want to need some other color, like if you want, I want white color, so I can add it in a two ways. One is I can directly change the color of the this background, like using the composition settings. Go for composition settings. Control K is the shortcut. Go to the black background color, change the color, whatever the color you want. I'll take it white, then click OK. Or else, suppose if it is a black color, I'll just bring it back to black color. So now if you want to again the white color in another way, you can get the solid layer. How to get the solid layer? I'll show it in two ways. Layer, new, solid. Control Y is the shortcut. So this is the one way. Then choose the color. Okay, so now you got the solid. Once you create a solid, you will get one folder in the project panel, that is solid folder, and also inside that there will be a solid. Okay, so that's how you can get the solid. So why you will get it here, I'll tell you. So now I'll just delete this. I'll show you how to get the solid in another way. See, I had deleted this, but it is still available in the project. Okay, so you can directly drag and drop over on your timeline if you want. I'll delete over here also. Delete. Done. So another way of bringing the solid to your timeline is right click on the timeline. That's over here, not on the time here. Right click, new, solid. So another way is shortcut, Control Y. You know this. Click OK. So what is the difference between these two? Means going for the composition settings and changing the background color and getting the solid. See, whatever you after you getting the solid, okay, whatever you do here, so when you render the output, you will get a white background. Okay, you will get a white background. But if there is no solid, think that if there is no solid, even though whatever the color that comes over here, even though like red, white, black, whatever the color, you do whatever things over here without a solid, when you render, the background will be black. You should remember this. Okay, understood now? So if there is no solid, if whatever the color in the background is, you'll get, when you render it, you'll get the black color in the background. Okay, so just for working purpose, you can keep the background whatever the color that you want, or else better if you want any particular that you want after the render also, then you can get the solid over here. Right click, new, solid, choose the color whatever you require and click OK. That's it. So I took the solid. I'll just lock this layer because I don't want to do anything over on this. So next step. So in this video, I'm going to show you the new transform property is called rotation tool. So rotation, let me take any shape. So right now it is in fill. Okay, but our background is also white. Here it is also white. So let me change to some other color. So I'll just drag it. So I got the rectangle shape. So this is the shape layer one. Okay, so you can see here. So I got the shape, right? For rotation, the shortcut for rotation is R. You can press R, or else you can go inside this transform rotation will get over you. Okay, so the next thing is press R. You can just drag here. See, the rotation is happening, right? And you can see here there are two values. One is 0 0 and this another 0. You can check it over here. So you can check here, there is 0 and there is 0 0.0. Okay, and in between there is a x. Okay, and there is a plus 0 0. That plus means it's a positive, and if it is go from negative, it will show you the minus. Okay, so I'll tell you what this 0 and this 0 indicates. So for example, we need to understand some basic mathematics related to the circle. So in the circle we have the radius of the circle will be like 360-degree, right? The 360-degree will be the radius, and here also it will work in that way only. So right now it is in a 0 degree, that is a default value of this shape. Okay, and if you type some values both in negative and positive, for example I'll type 10. So what happened? The rectangle has been rotated 10 degree in a positive way. If you type 10, then it's a 10 degree positive rotation. So if you type minus 10, then it's a negative value of 10, or means it's rotated in a negative way. That what negative way means? If it's a 10, that means clockwise rotation. If it's a positive value, then it's a clockwise rotation. If it's a negative 10, then it's a negative anti-clockwise rotation, right? So one more thing you may get one doubt is that why the rotation is not happening in the center of the cube or a rectangle. Why means our pivot point is over here. So where the pivot point will be placed, from that point of the rotation will be happen. So what you need to do is you need to change the pivot point to the center. So the easiest way to bring the pivot point to the center is Control Alt Home button, or else you can use the anchor point or pivot point, or it's also called pan behind tool. See, you can move it wherever you want. Okay, so or else Control Alt Home button, you can type it directly. So I hope you guys understood what I said. So now you can check here, the pivot point is in center. Now if I do the rotation, see, the rotation is happening from the center of the cube or a rectangle, right? Yes. Next, so we have understood what is this value is. Okay, if you type 360, you won't see any changes over in the circle, because it is complete one circle, right? It is complete one circle. I'll explain you while I'm doing the animation how the changes will be happen. But if you right now I'm not doing any I'm not doing any animation, I'm just changing the values. So that's it. And one more thing you need to observe here, when I type 360 here, it becomes 1 year. When I typed 360 here, it becomes 1. What does that means? One full circle, right? If you type 2 here, 2 full circle, 2 times it has been rotated in that way. Okay, so when we let us start the animation, you will completely understand how it's working. So let's take this shape itself. Okay, now how to do the animation? You need to turn on the toggle. Okay, when you turn it on, you will get the keyframe over here. Next, let's come around 1 second or some seconds forward or some frames forward. Let me type 180 degree. Okay, see, there is a rotation in between. This is, I have done the 180 degree rotation. Okay, So now you understood no how to do the rotation animation. So it's rotated to 180 degree. Let me change from 180 here 360. So it's 30 360. That means one full rotation. 180 into 180, sorry, 180 plus 180, it's 360. If you know add 180 again, it will get the 360 degree. So if you play the video, that means two times rotation is happening. No, sorry, not two times, one full rotation is happening here. So if you clearly you can see here. See, right? Yes. So you can see here, it's when it comes to this keyframe, it is one single rotation, means one full rotation. Now I'll go forward so another 2 seconds. Now no need to type again, 360 plus 360, or can add it and you need to type. No need to calculate all those things. You just directly type 2. The keyframe will automatically it will get added. So now if you play this, okay, understood, right? That means from year to year it's one full one rotation, and year to year another rotation, another full rotation. Let me show you some difference, like I'll just move this keyframe little bit further forward, and I'll add one more. I'll just select this keyframe, that is one full rotation. Press Ctrl C and Ctrl V, means copy pasting this keyframe over here. Okay, so what will happen? So there will be a pause between this time from 1 second to 1 second 12 frame. There will be a pause in the rotation like this. So hope you understood, right, how to do the rotation. Okay, so next what we can do is, I'll just come to the 0 second, turn off this rotation. That means you can delete all the keyframes. Next, what I will do means, I'll click on the rotation, go to the 1 second, type 360, done. Now select these keyframes, press F9, press F9 for easiness, or as you can do right click, keyframe assistant, easiness, that is, it is also possible. Select just 2 keyframes, go to the graph, select the points, just move this. Then now let us play this. So in the previous video itself I have explained, or I'll explain once again how the graph will work. So from here to this point, this is the midpoint of the animation, this is the beginning point, and this is the end point. So from the beginning to the midpoint, it will be a fast animation, because if you see the slope, it's very less. So it will be a fast. The speed of the animation will be faster. But from the midpoint to the to the end point, it will be a little bit slower than compared to this, because the slope is big. See, check the slope, right? So in that way, here the animation will be a little bit slower than compared to from beginning to the mid. So that's how the graph will work. So if you don't find this kind of graph, right click on the graph editor, change to speed graph. There are different kind of graphs. See, you can find this kind of graphs also. This kind of graphs you can see in some 3D software like Blender. Will come to there, but no need to worry about that. Now you can change to speed graph. What is happening? In the beginning it is fast, and in the end it is bit slow. If you want to observe more, move this keyframe to a little more further. See, that's it. So I hope you understood how to do the rotation animation, basic rotation animation, right? So in the next video we'll come up with another transform properties. So if you need to do some good practice over on the transform properties, using that itself you can do lots of good and great animation or motion graphics in the After Effects. Till then, take care. Bye bye.